This is Prep Rally Live. I'm Chip Souza, joined by Ricky Fires, and we're with the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Gazette. I'm French. You didn't know I was French, did you? So we're bringing you the game of the week. And Ricky, this is the fourth week of the football season. A lot of teams taking off this week.
But we're not taking off.
We're not taking off.
No. The only time I take off when it gets real busy here at work, right?
He's right about that. He's definitely not wrong about that. Unlike all of his picks, he's 100% right about that. Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
So,
bad week.
Absolutely. So there's some big games this week.
Yes.
The biggest one, way down in Logan County.
Way down there.
Way down in Logan County.
There.
Way down there. Harding Academy at Boonville. Now, Ricky, a little history about this game. So these two teams have met, or two programs have met the last 2 years in the Class 3A playoffs.
Yes.
Last year in the semifinals. Harding Academy beat Boonville, went on to win its third consecutive state championship last fall. Okay, Harding Academy beat just like Shiloh Christian, just like Little Rock Christian, just like Pulaski Academy, private school power. They were caught up in the competitive equity factor.
Yeah.
So that bumped Harding from Class 3A to Class 4A. Boonville said, "We don't care.
We don't care. We're gonna, even though you're up in 5.
No, we don't care. We don't care. We want to play you."
You know why is that?
You know why?
Because they ain't scared.
They ain't scared.
They ain't scared. Never been scared.
Not scared. So Harding and Boonville agreed to play, and so
Yes.
they're going to play this year in Boonville. If this will be Friday night, Ricky, Boonville 2-0. They ground and pound. Boonville's never met a pass that they liked.
Yeah.
I think I checked their stats this week. Glenn Parrish, our boy down at Boonville, he sent me their stats. Boonville, so far, Ricky, in 2 games, have attempted 3 passes. 3 passes.
How many is Harding attempted?
3 in each second of each game. So this is a contrast of ground and pound versus, chunk and dunk or whatever. I don't know. I mean, maybe no dunking, but whatever it is.
Yeah,
anyway,
whatever
Harding
you call
throws the ball a lot. Boonville doesn't. That's the bottom line. So should be a good game. They've played good games. Every time they get together, it's a good game. But Harding has gotten the best of Boonville here in the last few years, and they've went on to win state championships because of it. Now, Ricky, Boonville is in 3A now. Harding is in 4A.
Yeah. Okay.
Digest all that. Cipher it up. Get your old computer going. Get that DOS floppy drive in there, and tell me on your not flip phone, but tell me who you see winning this game.
You know what? You already mentioned it. You do a good job setting it up. But man, if you're a football fan, this is a unique situation that you get to see one team with the philosophy, we're going to run it down your throat.
Yes.
And you got to stop us. And the other team, they have spread it out. You said Boonville's throwing it. They have thrown it 3 times on the first series. So you're going to see quite a contrast in this game. Private school power going up against a bunch of old country boys right there. And you got to be impressed that Boonville said, even though you guys moving up a classification, we still want to play you. A lot of schools say, we're not going to play you anymore.
Well, Ricky, this is, Doc Crowley's a football coach at Boonville, and his philosophy is we'll play you anytime, any place, anywhere. Yep. He doesn't care. He ain't. You're right, Ricky.
He ain't scared.
He's not scared.
Even during the pandemic and everything, they went over. They'd find a game.
Went to Texas and played.
Yeah, went to Texas and played. But get back to it, man. Harding Academy, man, they're a high-scoring team.
They are.
Because Boonville, they don't see a lot. I think the Boonville secondary is really going to be tested. I'm going to go with Harding Academy in this game.
It's they've gotten the best.
I love you,
of them.
Bearcats, but man, I got Harding Academy
Motivation.
here.
Use it as motivation. Ricky, call him BR549. Call him. You can call him and tweet at him or chat him, whatever.
Except on Saturday
Throw darts
nights.
at him.
Except on Saturday nights, I'm busy down on Dixon Street.
There you go. All right, so that's game number 1. You got
Yes.
Harding Academy over Boonville in
Yes.
that one. All right, so now we're up on game 2, Ricky, up here in
Yes.
Springdale.
Who you got?
Got Lincoln Christian coming up to play Shiloh Christian.
Lincoln Christian
from over in Tulsa.
Okay.
Now, Ricky, we know what happened to Shiloh in week 1. Well,
Yeah.
actually, the second week, but their first game.
They got beat.
They got beat
really
bad.
good team.
They got beat
Little
bad.
Rock Christian.
And, Ricky, we know that's not Shiloh Christian. Now, I'm not saying Shiloh Christian never lose a game, but they don't lose 49-14, Ricky.
I mean, Mercy ruled on their home field.
That
That's a
doesn't happen.
rarity.
So, Jeff Conaway and his boys got together and said, you know what, that's not us. We're going to get this cleaned up. We're going to get this right.
Yeah.
We're going to spend time back at the drawing board. We're going to take a look at film. We're going to tackle.
What coaches do.
I thought
What's
that's what
the
they do.
adage that you make your most improvement from week 1 to week 2.
To week 2.
And they did that, right?
Well, apparently they did it, Ricky, because they won 72-33 last week against Victory Christian.
Wow.
So I would say they got some things straightened out.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that got straightened out is the passing game looked really good. Our boy Eli Wisdom. My boy Eli.
Yeah.
So
With
they got
sunglasses.
Got sunglasses, got that going
aviator,
on.
yeah.
Buddy. So he threw 5 touchdown passes.
Wow.
But 2 big stats individual, Ricky, that stood out to me in that game. Bodie Neal, the receiver.
Who had the interception the first game?
You my boy, Bodie.
What'd
You
he
my
do?
boy. 13 catches, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'd say he was okay.
One game?
One game.
Oh, my
13,
goodness. That's a
13,
career for a
Ricky.
lot of people.
13.
Oh, wow.
That's 4 years at Booneville.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely it is.
13, 234, and 3. And our boy Bo Williams,
Yeah.
the state powerlifting champion and big-time running back, had 150 yards or 60 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, 150 yards receiving, 2 more touchdowns. Ricky, I'm not a math major, but 2 plus 3 carried 1 divided by, that's 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns.
That's 5 touchdowns.
Man.
Pretty big game. So
Well, you know what? They can do that.
They can do that.
And you knew they was going to get better. When I talked to Jeff Conway after the game, he said, do this, guy. Don't do that. And they got all that cleaned up. It's still early in the season, and these are young kids. They can still make mistakes. But, man, they're coming back home off a nice win. So, man, I got to go with Shiloh Christian. I think Shiloh Christian comes back home and gives the fans what they've been accustomed to. I think Shiloh Christian wins this game.
Now, this will be a good game, Ricky. Lincoln Christian's a good team. They're a very good offensive team. I think their quarterback has passed for a little over 800 yards in 2 games, so he's averaging over 400 yards a game passing. So this will be a good game.
Yeah.
I give Jeff Conway credit, Ricky, because just like Doc Crowley down at Booneville, Jeff Conway
Ain't scared.
He ain't scared.
Ain't scared.
They'll
They
play.
play these big-time
They'll
teams.
play you. Because he knows it's not about September football. It's about November and December football.
Absolutely.
So Shiloh Christian will be hosting Lincoln Christian, 7 o'clock, Champion Stadium. Ricky, this is maybe my favorite game on the list.
What is it?
This is small school at its best in this state. The Nashville Scrappers coming up to Charleston to play the black and gold Tigers at Alumni Field.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. You talk about small school powers.
Did I sound like John Facenda when I was saying that?
Nah, nothing like
Was
John
that close?
Kissin. Not even close.
I
You
tried.
sound more like Pee Wee Herman.
John Facenda's wife, maybe.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Woo-hoo.
Hey, but, man, I've had the pleasure of actually being down at Nashville. I went to a playoff game years ago when I was working at Pine Bluff. Those people down there are crazy about football.
They are.
But you know who can match them? Charleston fans.
So, Ricky, you're doing this big thing every week in the digital edition of the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette called a Football Town.
Football town.
Well, boy, Ricky, if there's ever a football town, Nashville, Charleston, Booneville, Alma.
All of them.
These are football
These are the
towns,
football
baby.
towns.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this will be a good one.
Absolutely. Looking forward. I haven't seen Brandon Scott yet. Great athlete, great
Yes,
basketball
sir. Quarterback
player.
at Charleston. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
great
Senior.
football player. I think he was one of our co-players of the week this week down there in the River Valley.
Yep.
So looking forward, man. If you're in that area on a Friday night, even if you don't have anything to do with either of these teams, instead of sitting home watching the Atlanta Housewives
A
or whatever,
rerun of Who Cares?
Who cares? Man, get out there and support these kids. What does it cost? $4 or $5? You go there, you get you a hot dog, you get
Chili pie, Frito pie.
chili pie.
Put a little jalapeno on
Ooh,
it.
maybe they even got a caramel apple.
Ooh, yeah.
One of my
Get
favorites.
you a cold drink. some
Get
kind
you
of
a cold drink
In
and
my
just-
neck of the wood, Ricky, we called it a cold soda water.
Soda water?
Soda water.
What's baseball water? That's
don't know.
that's a different.
That's different.
But anyhow, you know what? And the weather is really turning off. It's getting cool. Even me right here. I got a little reddish hue on my skin, but now I'm turning back to pasty white. We're getting back down to the fall and winter, and I'm loving it. And I can't wait to get out there on a Friday night. And man, there's some teams are taking off. They wanted a week off, extra week to prepare for conference. But man, we still got some great non-conference
Yes,
games,
sir.
and I'm going to be out there to one of them. I'm not sure, but there are going to be some great games all throughout the area.
He's got his
get out
white
there.
truck, got his white truck gassed up, and he is ready to
Ready
go
to go.
Friday night. If Ricky shows up, it's a big deal. Mark it down.
Man, with
It's
my
a big
truck
deal. When
right
Ricky
there.
Fires shows up at your place, it's a big deal.
I don't know about that. Why do
So
they
who
still
you
make
got,
me
Ricky?
pay?
You got to pick
Oh,
the winner.
but-
Yeah, you got to pick a winner.
Man, I got to go Alumni Field against the Nashville Scrappers, two big-time powers. I got to go the Tigers on their home field. Charleston will win this game.
Chucktown.
Chucktown.
All right, so we're going to recap this. You
Yep.
got Harding Academy over Boonville.
Yes.
You got Shiloh Christian over Lincoln Christian.
Yes.
And you're taking the Chucktown Charleston Tigers over Nashville.
Rah!
There
Tigers.
you go.
Yeah,
you
got
heard it right here.
Yep.
So Ricky was right. Go out Friday night, catch you some good high school football. Don't stay home watching TV unless it's Cobra Kai, which season 5 is pretty good, Ricky.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
good. But go out and watch you some football. Get you a good Frito pie, maybe a hot dog, maybe a pretzel with a lot of cheese, whatever you like. Get out and get it. Go out and support these kids because you know what, Ricky? This is the best form of football. It's the high school football.
Absolutely.
This
This
is
is where
it.
it all starts.
Absolutely. So this has been the Prep Rally Game of the Week. I'm Chip Souza for Ricky Fires. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back with you next week. We don't know what we'll talk about. We may make some stuff up. It might actually be true. We don't know. But we're always entertaining, and we bring it to you every week.
See you next week.
See ya.